So in this video, we're gonna talk about the best neighborhoods in Chico, or just kind of give a breakdown of the overview of the neighborhoods within the city of Chico. So if you're thinking about moving to Chico, Chico is a very eclectic, diverse city. So we have a college area with lots of young people going to Chico State University. You have areas by Bidwell Park. You have areas with large lots kind of towards the outskirts of the town. You have high density areas, you have rural areas. There's all kinds of different areas in Chico, and we're gonna break it down. Some of the best neighborhoods in Chico, where you may want to live at, where you may want to not live at, and just go over it. So Chico, one of the big features of Chico is Bidwell Park. And if you look in here, you can see, I'm kind of outlining this right here. This area of all these trees and all this stuff. So you can see it kind of cuts the whole town in half. You can see this is just awesome for running, biking, swimming. You could actually fish in here if you want to in certain places. It's just a great spot. You can get into downtown easily. So then another key thing you need to know about Chico is Chico State. So here's Chico State University right here. So you can kind of see it has these buildings, these fields, and Chico State and Chico High are kind of right next to each other, but this is basically Chico State. So the neighborhood right around downtown in this area right here is mainly college students. So you have to be aware of that. Now, some really cool areas that Chico offers is one place called the Golden Triangle, okay? So you gotta know about this. These are older homes close to downtown, close to Chico State, and they're located right here down Cypress or Pine Street, going along Highway 32, kind of a natural barrier, and then down Woodland Avenue. So this right here is called the Golden Triangle. And the reason people call it the Golden Triangle is because you could walk to downtown Chico, to restaurants, to farmers markets. They have a Saturday morning farmers market. They have a Thursday night farmers market. You could walk to Bidwell Park. You could take a dip in 1 mile. There is just all kinds of stuff here. If you have little kids, they can go to Wildwood Park, which is a huge park right here. This is an awesome softball field right here. A lot of seniors, like a senior softball league plays right here. It's actually, every now and then I'm riding my bike down there. I'll just stop and just watch the senior softball game. It's pretty entertaining, actually. Yeah, so the houses here, they really range. I mean, you can see this one right here, $1.85 million, right? This one right here, $780,000, right? And so they're older, some of them are remodeled, some of them have not been remodeled. It's kind of an eclectic blend, but it is really cool. Also, another thing about this neighborhood, the Golden Triangle, is you can get on Highway 32 and get easy access to Highway 99, which kind of, Highway 99, you can see runs north and south here, and then Highway 32 runs kind of east and west. So when you're close to both Highway 32 running east and west and Highway 99 running north and south, you can get anywhere in Chico in, 10 minutes or less. Another area that is really cool, I call this the South Chico Triangle. This is actually where I personally live, and I think it's one of the better places to live, just in my humble opinion. I had to wait a long time to find a house in this triangle right here. And this is right here, it goes along the park, kind of all the way down here to Bruce Road, this area, and then along Highway 32 here. This is an amazing neighborhood. There are also lots of homes in this neighborhood. It's very diverse. It's very eclectic as well. These houses right here, you're gonna see about 50-year-old houses, 70s, 80s, sometimes 90s, right in here. This is such a cool little pocket. And again, you're close to Bidwell Park. So you can enter into this park. This right here is a beautiful entrance into Bidwell Park. It's a bamboo forest. It's just so awesome. Middle Park is great too. When you get down into the South Park, 1 mile, it's a little more touristy. There's a little more activity. It's close to downtown, so you get a lot of the elements of downtown, whatever it may be. But once you get kind of under this Highway 99, this middle park section is a wonderful, there's not a whole lot of people. It's a little less crowded, a lot of dog walkers, people going on runs, walks, bicyclists, mountain bikers going to Bidwell Park, all that right in this area. Love the middle section of the park. And also, so we have a whole eclectic group of houses. So we have everything from farmhouses. So if you come down here, we have this one for sale right here. I mean, this is 3 acres, this property right here. So we're looking at 3¼ acres. That's obviously one of the bigger properties here, but you got another 1 acre lot, 1.5 acres. I mean, these are some pretty big lots, and you're kind of in the center of town. I think the streets off El Monte, this region right here, you get the best of all the worlds. Large lots, close to 32, close to 99, really awesome. Another thing too is that this neighborhood is close to the commercial core of Chico. So these are things like, you can see right here, like the mall, Winco, we got Target right here, you got Hobby Lobby, you got kind of all the big box stores. You got Walmart here. So I love this. And then this neighborhood, Husa Ranch Nob Hill right here. This is where you're gonna have, it's a newer development. You're gonna have houses built from the year kind of 2000 to maybe 2006 or so. Okay, so another great neighborhood. These are all South Chico neighborhoods. Anything south of the park, I call it South Chico. Anything north of the park is more North Chico. So that, I mean, not to oversimplify it. But then we have California Park, and that's right in this area right here. And California Park is awesome. It's one of my favorite neighborhoods. You have 8 acres of man-made lakes. You have miles of walking trails. You got a dog park area. You have all these classic cul-de-sacs and horseshoes, and you have everything from $1 million houses, like you can see right here, backing up to the lake with your own private dock to go. You know, they have electric engine boats here, so you can have little, you know, kind of like pontoon type small pontoon boat out here. You can fish in this lake, which is really fun. They stock it with fish. There's a bunch of fish in here. So it's just a really cool area. They also have condos and smaller units. You can see right here, you have a bunch of condos and apartments. So you have $1 million houses, you have $500,000 houses, you have condos for $220,000. There's really something for everyone in Cal Park. Okay, moving on. We have Canyon Oaks. Now Canyon Oaks is probably like one of the most high-end luxury neighborhoods. And this is where you're gonna see the $2 million deals. These are really high end. They have, you know, $1.7 million, right? You know, $2.8 million. I mean, this is like high end luxury. A lot of these do have views. You have Canyon Oaks Golf Course, which is an amazing, beautiful golf course. You have a country club. You could literally get in your golf cart from your house, drive down to the country club, have lunch, play around a golf, ride your golf cart back to your house. This area around Chico, Centennial Drive, this is a beautiful area. I'm gonna put this all in kind of in its own kind of section. This is a wonderful part of town. These neighborhoods around Centennial, Manzanita, Chico, all these streets. This is a real luxury area. And again, this used to be the county, or actually I think this is the county. They have not incorporated into the city. So again, you have large lots. You have horse property right here next to Bidwell Park. If you have a horse and you could ride on your horse in Bidwell Park, that is like amazing in my opinion. So that's all possible with these properties right in here. Again, these are gonna be high end. These are gonna be expensive. They do have some, you know, kind of one-offs or whatever that aren't as bad. This one, you know, 800,000, you know, great house. This is a wonderful location. So that's kind of like some of the neighborhoods in South Chico. I mean, there's a lot more we can go over, but these are really cool neighborhoods on the south side of Chico. Then another one that you're gonna wanna check out too, near the park. This is just north of the park off of Valambrosia. You see Valambrosia right here. So this is the Valambrosia, kind of the main feeder street to these homes right here. And East First Avenue as well kind of feeds around it. And these are called like the Hignell houses, okay? And these were built by a guy named Fred Hignell. This was the original first subdivision ever to come into Chico. And again, some of these are pretty eclectic too. You do have some that are closer to the park right on Valambrosia that are kind of luxury high-end homes. But for the most part, there's about 1,000 houses in this neighborhood. When you look at Allen Lane, Alice, you know, Lane, Karen Drive, Penny Sue Way. These are the quintessential Hignell houses. Now these are built in the 50s. These are a lot of 3-bed, 1-baths, 3-bed, 2-baths. They're usually 1-car garage. Some even don't even have a garage. Some are 2-car garage, but those are kind of more rare. And the reason is these were built in the 50s. This is when the family only had 1 car. You know, the yards are bigger. So you can see that the lot size, they have good sized yards in the back, a little bit bigger than what we have today. Like right now you have kind of a postage stamp sized lot for new construction. And these ones are just a little bit bigger because the kids played outside in the backyard. There's only 1-car garage because you only had 1 car. A lot of these have been remodeled, some haven't. You can find some really good deals here. These are gonna be around $400,000 to $500,000. Great entry level. I love this neighborhood for the entry level because you can get into Bidwell Park through here. You're centrally located. In Motion Fitness is a really great amenity for our city. It's a private gym, but it's a beautiful, beautiful gym. They've done a fantastic job with it. So you have great access there. And we have Sycamore Creek. Now, Sycamore Creek is like quickly becoming one of the most in-demand neighborhoods within Chico. These were built by Epic Homes. These were all built around 2016, 17, 18, 19, kind of in that range here. And how this neighborhood's broken down is you have smaller entry-level houses right around Eaton Road. You can see these are postage-sized lots, okay? So you can see you're gonna have a much smaller lot, but it's everything you want. 2-car garage, backyard, you can have, a dog, kids, all that stuff. No shared walls, right? They're just entry-level starter houses. A lot of 3-bed, 2-bath. There are some 4-bed, 2.5-bath, 2-story houses within here. A lot of great houses in here. And then as you get back, you can see there's kind of like a medium-sized house kind of in the middle here. And then as you get back to Ray Creek Drive and these kinds of houses, you can see, larger lot. A lot of these look back into the open space back here. So you're gonna have houses that are pushing, 900,000, that kind of a thing. But they're all new construction. It's at a great age. The landscaping is built up a little bit. Sometimes it's a brand new neighborhood. The trees are really small, not a lot of shade. This is, a lot of these houses are 4, 5, 6 years old. It's just a great age of a neighborhood, and it's really well kept. Here we have Hancock Park right here. Now these were built kind of more 80s, 90s. Big park in the middle. Super great park right here. Lots of dogs. They have volleyball at times here, like on Saturday mornings and that kind of a thing. These ones are gonna have a little bit larger lots, a little bit older house. Sometimes you can find some deals. And then also another cool thing is these things all have really good access to this bike trail right here. There's a bike trail, and you get on this bike trail, I don't know if you can see it. So you can walk or mountain bike on this, leaving the neighborhood, going down to Wildwood Park. And this park is really super cool. It's a great place for kids. So you can have dinner at your house right here. Hey kids, jump on the mountain bike, ride down here, run off the extra calories, or you could keep going. There's biking trails that go all the way into Hooker Oak Park and into Upper Bidwell Park. If you're big into mountain biking, this is like a great access point neighborhood. Get the mountain bike out of your garage, and then you're basically on this bike trail, and boom, you're up into Upper Bidwell Park, all up in this area, and there's a lot of great mountain bike trails there. So that's really cool. There's a lot of great neighborhoods within here. It's kind of eclectic. It's a lot of infills and that kind of a thing. For the sake of time, we're gonna pass over that one and stick to kind of the larger neighborhoods. So another neighborhood I really have to talk about, this is considered more on the north side of Chico right here, is Amber Grove. So this is gonna be right here in this area, kind of off of the Esplanade. So Esplanade is a major feeder street in Chico, goes all the way to downtown. Amber Grove is just an awesome, awesome neighborhood. These are Webb homes built by the Webb family. There's a huge park right in the middle of it. Tons of kids playing here. Playground, you got the basketball. So you got kind of the young adults and teenagers or whatever. You got the little kids over here, and then you got just a big wide open grassy area. Some of the streets right here, Mesa Verde, these are great streets because you can get out of your house, you can walk. A lot of houses have been updated. So you can see a lot of them here. You got room for a pool. Look at all these pools. Pool. Everyone's got a pool in this neighborhood. And the reason you have a pool, because when you live in this neighborhood, you don't really have the bikeability as some of these other neighborhoods that I've talked about, right? So if you want to bike into Bidwell Park, look at all this city infrastructure you got to go through to get to it. Boom. You are not getting into walking or riding distance into the park. So your house is your castle right here. The neighborhood itself is just fantastic. It's got extra wide streets, and a lot of people have just redone their backyard. You got a swimming pool, you got whatever. It's like, this is your spot to hang out. Just a lot of great kind of families, super safe neighborhood. Can't say enough about it. If you don't need to get into Bidwell Park, if you're not into mountain biking, this is like an amazing neighborhood. Great culture. They have all kinds of events. They have the old classic cars that drive down here. Halloween in this area is off the charts. Christmas for the Christmas lights. A lot of just great community in this area. So then we have the Discovery Homes, and these are all newer houses. This started from, it's like almost like 2009, kind of in the wake of the Great Recession, all the way up to, 2023, 2024. They have a great park right in the middle of it. These have been really built out over the last, 10 years. Just keep building this area. Newer houses, great community, smaller lots. You're not gonna find a whole lot of big lots. So you can just see here, kind of tight to fit swimming pools in there. You do have some neighborhoods that have larger lots. Like if you go over here to Abbott Circle, which is a totally different section, like this is Discovery Homes. These are Epic Homes. So it's a different subdivision. It's kind of connected though. Abbott Circle, you're gonna have you're gonna have larger lots, larger homes, lots of swimming pools, that kind of thing. And you're gonna be in the range of like probably 700,000-800,000 in that neighborhood. But over here, Sesame Creek Way, Tinker Creek, you're gonna be more 500,000-600,000 kind of in that range right there. But great floor plans, great neighborhood. You got a park. One drawback I would say to this one is you're not really close to a grocery store, so you don't really think about that a whole lot. But the nearest grocery store, you're driving down to East Avenue right here. Not the end of the world, but it is just kind of a little bit inconvenient. It's almost like they need another grocery store like right in this area somewhere right here to feed that. Okay, now we're gonna get into the county. So the houses, Spyglass, Augusta, these were like the nicest homes probably in the 90s or so. These were mainly built by Schuster Homes. Very nice, great. They're gonna have a classic. These are all about an acre. They're on wells, septic. There's a lot of room here on these lots for ADUs, swimming pools. It's a great street. And then we go into a newer one called Sierra Moon. This is probably arguably the nicest neighborhood. And these are all new houses. They're still building them out to modern day right now. This filming is 2025, but you're gonna see you're about 1.4. That's about average at this point. I mean, these are, I mean, look at that. That's nice. Just really great neighborhood, a lot of open space. These are gonna range anywhere from ½ acre to acres. Some of them are larger lots. This is a great neighborhood. There is kind of a golf cart culture. It's not close to a golf course, but a lot of times, you got friends in the neighborhood, let's get on my golf cart, ride down here, ride over to Spyglass and Augusta, go see my friends. Really great neighborhood, newer houses, really awesome. You do have airplanes, you're like right near the airport, so this is definitely for sure 100% North Chico. Then you got the houses off Keefer Road, and these are just a mix of different developments, large lots, 1 acre, 2 acre, 3 acre. You're really out there, 4, 7, 10 acres. I mean, you can get some big properties out here. So Keefer Road, great properties. You're looking at a lot of $1 million houses, but you could find some others in this area that are going to be less expensive. But this is the county. The thing with this, everyone sees this as Chico, right? But one thing about living off Keefer Road is just distance-wise, you're far from downtown. You're far from Bidwell Park. You're far from schools and shopping and that kind of thing. It's almost like, I don't want to say it's like living in paradise or something like that. It's not that far, but you are out there a little bit. There's going to be a little bit of more gas and commute time as you're going in and out of Chico. So, okay, and there's a lot more to talk about, but that is an overview of the city of Chico and the different neighborhoods. I do think probably some of the most, it really depends on what you want. I did a video you can look at right here on North versus South Chico, where I talk about the pros and cons of living on the north side of town versus the south side of town. Anyways, curious to see what your thoughts are. Leave a comment in the comment section below, and thanks so much for watching this video.